Hi, my fellow projectors. So this is kind of like spontaneous video where I wanted to share kind of like a realization about being projector and why we feel like the waiting is so much out of tune. And it is basically because our brain and our perception is actually so fast. From what I heard, basically, generators, they have all of this energy, and because they have the sacral energy, it kind of like blinds them. So there is a lot of obstructions for them to see clearly. We don't have any of that sacral energy going on, and therefore we can see things super sharp, super clearly. And when we have such a fast mind, when we have such a quick wit, when we are so much in tune in seeing very, very super clearly what's going on and what we need to do about it, we kind of, it's so obvious that we want to kind of jump and act on it. But our bodies are not designed to be that fast. Our bodies are not capable of being so fast. So all of these ideas and the action that we want to take when we realize something or when we see the pattern and like, oh my God, I need to do this and that, it kind of overflowing because the speed of this area, the speed of thought frequency, of thought dimension, of the source where all of this clarity and everything is coming through is completely different than the speed of the physical dimension. So, and our bodies are the, as it's called in human design, as our vehicle. So we are in this vehicle, basically. We are in this vehicle, and this vehicle doesn't have sustainability to move that fast. Therefore, the burnout, because whenever we try to live by the speed of our mind, of our ideas, of our perspective, we quickly burn out because this body, this physical body, is not designed to live that fast for us. So therefore, we kind of like we have all of these realizations. We have fun with all of these realizations. We have we sometimes can giggle to ourselves when we see something so obvious that other people don't see. It's like, oh my God, you just need to do that and you're gonna get there. But okay, you want to do it in a long way, so welcome, go and do it in a long way. But we cannot really go and spend energy on trying to kind of make that person or that thing to go in the shortest way that we can see, because we don't have energy for that chasing, for trying to convince people, for trying to make them change their mind. So if the people are not ready, so we are basically, the way I understand we're doing, you can say, quantum leaps. The way we're moving, we teleport basically. And for teleportation, we need lots of energy. So obviously, when I talk about teleportation, I mean it in not in a literal sense, but kind of energetically in a literal sense. So we don't spend lots of time digging. We get a drill. We don't spend lots of time running. We get a car. We don't get to spend lots of time doing something. We get experts to fix that for us. Or we don't spend lots of time on doing something mundane and for a long time. We figure out formula how to do it. And for those light bulbs and for those bursts, when they happen to work and to be able to materialize, we need to have energy available. So the way I kind of realized, it was kind of light bulb moment for me, it's almost like you powering up laser, or you're powering up explosion, and you're powering up, and you need this time loading. It's us resting. So when we are resting, we allow this loading, uploading, and then we can do it. Or if we get an invitation, we can guide someone, or we have opportunity to speak somewhere, we can do that. If we spend our time and energy on, let's say, chasing things and initiating things, we can do it, but we're going to be depleted from our energy. And when that, let's say, opportunity to guide someone or to work with someone or to speak somewhere comes up, we don't have this bursting accumulated energy where we're like, that's what I have, that's what I want to share, that's what was kind of bursting into me. So yeah, so I think for me, the visual that really helped, I kind of almost got that visual in my like subtle vision when I realized that is we don't project energy all the time. We kind of like, when we have some idea or something, we loading up, and this uploading. If you watch some, let's say, Star Wars movies, okay, they had this weapon called Planet Destroyer. So this Planet Destroyer was the most powerful weapon, and for that weapon to load, it needed time. So it needed that motor or whatever the technical part, I don't know, but it basically needed lots of time to power up to get that energy and then destroy the planet. So for us, it's not exactly destruction of planets, it's destruction of ineffective patterns, in destruction of wrong directions, destroying of false or unuseful paradigms. And for that, we need to have this power available for us. When someone needs, we need to be able to do that explosion. So yeah, so that's my kind of perspective on how we operate as projectors. So I've been doing this projector experiment in and out probably for 7 years. I got a little bit more serious with it in the last probably 4 or 5 years, and I kind of like forget it sometimes, and I get back into it. And recently, I think in the last 8 months, 10 months, probably even last year, I got back into it again, because I find when I go and I try to make things work, and I follow advices on how to make things work that are actually written and designed for generators, I feel like, oh my God, I'm just gonna hit this exhaustion again. Oh my God, I'm just gonna hit this exhaustion again. So I could realize very clearly that I just can't do it. And then at some point, I even had the moments thinking, can I even do it? So if I have a dream that I want to achieve, and it needs so much that I need to do, or in general for that dream, there are so many steps and things that needs to be done. Can I even do it? And I realized that I cannot do it if I do it with using my energy constantly in a way that it doesn't really work for me. So then I got back into human design and rewatched some videos about projectors. Like, okay, well, okay, I'm back into it. It does make sense. I forgot it. So yeah, so I'm kind of back into it, and I think now for sure I got absolutely convinced that it's just like design. Our energy is not really designed to work the same way as energy of generators, manifesting generators, manifestors, or reflectors. We're just different, and they are different as well in between each other. And I also felt, probably you felt that too, whenever I talk to my, let's say, generator friends, and often they are like, no, but it's a bit maybe a cop out, you know, you actually should still try to do it, or you should still do it. And like, I can tell that they don't understand, because I think there is very special experience when you are projector. You know what it's like to be projector and to have this non-sustainable energy that you need to look after like some precious jewel. The more I work with it, the more I experiment with it, the more I learn to appreciate it, because I can see how unsustainable it is, and I also can see how much better I feel when I put in place some good practices, well-being practices, resting practices, like deliberate rest. Even think with the too much of exercise actually doesn't work for me. I was going to the gym in the last few months. I was doing like, I think 5 days per week, and at one point I was like, oh my god, I'm just like feel so depleted. I cannot do this like that. I actually need to listen to my body. So yeah, so even some things that is advice for a general public, like you need to exercise like 5 times per day, we need to actually check in with our body and to adjust, let's say, intensity or the time that we spend exercising. So yeah, so since I had this, oh my god, I see this, I see why we cannot really work with this energy the same way as generators, let's say, work. I just had to share this. So I hope you're having a good day, and I hope that you are looking after your energy. This video is for my fellow projectors. So take a nap, get some rest, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.